This is the precision scope leveling mount from Aero Products, makers of the Rock Vise. And in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of this mount. And of course, we're going to mount and level a scope. Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. Since getting our Rock Vise, we have become huge fans of this tool. It's a completely rock solid design. This unique pinch clamp is so powerful and it's so rock solid. It's become an everyday fixture in the shop in terms of how frequently we use it. And what's cool about Aero Products is it's all made in the USA. It's designed in the USA. These are very detail-oriented people that make top-shelf tools. So if you want to make a lifetime investment, the Rock Vise is certainly something that I would suggest looking at very seriously. Now we've got an array of accessories, other products that are used with the Rock Vise, like the precision scope leveling mount right here. This is CNC machined from a billet of aluminum. It's got a single hinge design. It's got a zero backlash adjustment wheel here, and it's got a single built-in level. The only level that you need, the one that is going to give you a perfect level along this direction of rotation, right? The direction of rotation where you're leveling your scope reticle, for instance. So what's cool about this is we can take our rifle out of the mount here. We can put this in just seconds, right? And this is literally rock solid. So what I'm going to do is basically follow the instructions that are included with the precision scope leveling mount. And that starts with getting things set up on the rifle so that we can ascertain optimal eye relief. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be to get the rifle positioned in approximately the right orientation, because we're going to look through the scope, of course, to set our eye relief. So what I'm going to do is get these scope ring bases just installed, and kind of the tightness of these does not really matter right now. So just a bit beyond finger tight is going to be fine, right? Because we're going to be taking this off after we do eye relief and putting it on the precision scope leveling mount, right? Okay, so I'm going to set this in here. We'll get our caps going. It's nice to have a process that is repeatable and efficient when it comes to things like mounting scopes, because here at Ultimate Reloader we do it all the time. Just gonna hold the ring on the one side and then adjust the screw until I see even ring gaps there, and then go on the opposite corner, pull up the slack more or less. And this is like not even finger tight. These scope rings have such amazing clamping force, you kind of need to tighten them until they bottom out and then literally back them off. Otherwise you won't be able to rotate the scope, right? Okay. Make sure that we can still rotate the scope here. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to increase magnification to max and get behind the rifle comfortably. So I'm just moving the scope back and forth until at my most comfortable position behind the rifle, I have full visibility and I can go back and forward a little bit, make sure I'm kind of centered within the window of eye relief, and that looks really good now. So at this point, we will remove the scope from the rifle. Install our precision scope leveling mount instead. Torque these ring bases down, and we want to make sure that these don't move. We don't necessarily need to be at full torque here, but I'm pushing forward on the rings as I'm tightening them to make sure that they're perfectly spaced. And when we put this back on the rifle, we're going to push forward to make sure the forward surface on the ring is mated to the rear surface of that Picatinny rail bar, that it would bottom out against under recoil. That's the basic idea here. Okay, so loop-hold spec for this is 28 inch-pounds for the top, 65 inch-pounds for the side. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Wheeler fat wrench and reduce that to in that 28 range, which is right there. Okay, so we're prepared there. And then I'm going to make sure that the leveling mount is perfectly leveled. Okay, now we can take a look at the reticle that we have perfectly level marked on the wall and level the reticle and the scope to the wall. So before I do that, I'm going to take one more look, make sure that we're perfectly leveled on the precision level here, which we are. And now all I need to do is to rotate the scope without pushing it forward or backward at all. And let's see, right there looks pretty good. Yep, that's it. Now I can tighten the top cap screws, and we'll just confirm that we like where that landed and that we haven't changed the angle of the reticle. If we did, just loosen these top cap screws. Looks really good. That should be it. Send it. Double check everything is landed. Level is still level, of course. This is definitely a rock solid setup. I'm not worried about that. And reticle still looks nice and level compared with our marking on the wall there. So we can now take the scope off and put it on the rifle. Okay, so now that we're all level, we're going to take the scope off of the leveling mount. Take off the leveling mount, which is super easy. Put a rifle onto the mount and get this scope torqued down. Should be right there. We'll do a snug down, double check our eye relief. And then we'll torque it when we're done. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Good. Okay, so this needs to go up to 65. Right there. And we will get this torqued down to its final spec. Scope is installed and level. So I'll have to say this is absolutely one of the most elegant ways that I've found to mount and level a scope. The Precision Scope Leveling Mount is available on the Aero Products website. I just looked, it's currently priced at $325. And so for a lifetime tool, I'd say that's a really good investment. Here's what I'd like to know is, what do you think about the Precision Scope Leveling Mount, the Rock Vise, the scope mounting technique? Do you have other tips that you'd like to share? Drop a comment and we'll have a discussion down there in the comments section. Thank you for watching. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. If you're interested in custom rifles like what we build here on the channel, or gunsmithing services, you're going to want to go to rifles.ultimatereloader.com and get on the wait list. Thanks again for watching.